In Mark 8, Jesus has just conducted a feeding miracle in chapter 6, and the disciples didn't get it, so he says in chapter 8, watch me, I'm going to do it again, maybe you'll get it this time. And then Jesus, good theological educator that he is, creates a moment of critical reflection on a critical incident. And he takes them all out in a boat, and the first thing Mark says is, they forgot the bread. And he says, geez, don't you understand that we're in the bread business? Then he says, that's in the text. A lot is lost in translation. Then he says, beware of the bread of the Pharisees and the Herodians. Beware of the junk food of Pharaoh, because if you eat that long enough, you'll settle for slavery. And then he gives them some rapid-fire questions, and he doesn't even wait for their answers. He says, do you not see? Do you not know? Do you not understand? Are your hearts hard? And like all students who don't know, they've learned the trick, avoid eye contact at all costs. And Jesus, good teacher that he is, notices that if you've moved too far beyond your students, you've got to go back and get simpler questions so you can give them some success. So he asks them concrete operational questions. He said, now back in chapter 6, when I fed 5,000 people, how many basketfuls were left over? They all, 12, 12, 12! And in chapter 8, when I fed 4,000, 7, 7, 7, 7. And then I think one of the saddest lines in Scripture, he says to his disciples, who are very good at concrete operational questions, he says, you don't get it, do you? You do not understand that the world has changed. You do not understand that we've moved from Pharaoh's scarcity to Yahweh's abundance. You do not understand that all of that has happened through my presence and my person among you. So we should not lose heart when people do not understand, because we have not understood from the beginning. Only here and there do we get a glimpse that the world has changed. And I'm sure somebody said in the boat that day, it didn't get into the text, but I'm sure somebody said, let's go back and get some of Herod's bread and some of the Pharisees' bread, at least we won't be hungry.